Hello, friends. This is going to be another one of those mundane, kick out, worry, fear, doubt, lack mentality messages. Okay, so today I just want to take a moment to think about how we pray, right? So when you sit there and you think about your life and the things that you want to go right, are you saying, hey, please don't let X, Y, and Z bad things happen? And are you using that energy of worry in your sacred space? Or are you confident with your connection and instead saying, hey, God, please guide me to my highest and best outcome always? I trust that you know best, and I'm going to surrender to that. I'm going to expect miracles and good things, especially after trials and tribulations, right? In my experience, when you add your dustings of worry into your prayer work, you're also manifesting that lower vibrational energy. You're manifesting that worry, that doubt. You're unconsciously still supporting that former mindset that says, I know God's got this, but, I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop type of energy. But let's take a little sip and pause and think about why are we worried about it if we gave it to God? Hold, please. If we already gave it to God, then why are we including worry or doubt in our prayer? That doesn't make sense to me, friends. So instead, I am continuing to encourage everybody and to be so absolutely delusional that things work out in your best good always. Um, okay, so for example, Hot Mess Express here. I ran out of gas the other day, and I prayed to God to get me to and from work, which He did. Amen. And I went to go start my car the next day and was able to. I left it running for a minute until I was, space cadetting and realized I left 18 things I needed, and I'm in and out of the house grabbing things, yada, yada, yada. And I have all of my dogs packed up. We're going for an RIDE. And so it's just extra chaotic because I have the dogs, I have me, I have my ADHD. Let's go. And, well, I decided, like, whatever, I'm popping in and out too much. Let me just turn my car off. Then I went to go restart my car, and that's when there was no longer any more gas left in the tank. So I had to humble myself and unpack all the dogs, unpack my entire suitcase full of things just to make it to the store and whatever I was going to do. And go find my gas can. Well, divine delay. Couldn't find the gas can. I'm running all around. Delay, delay, delay. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. And instead of being in this energy of like frustration, of like, oh, like, of course I ran out of gas because like it's my fault. Let's just say it like it is. I just accepted the challenge as an opportunity to slow down. Clearly, I need to take the scenic route here for a minute. So let's do that. So, whatever, after 45 minutes of squirreling around until I got ready to again, I find the gas can. I go to the store, and I see so many really cool signs and synchronicities. Really, really cool. And I'm like, okay, like, awesome. This is top notch. Amazing. So then I come home and I got my gas can and I'm like, let's go, like, ready. Well, I put the gallon in, and then gallon wasn't enough. So for a few seconds, admittedly, I was like cuss words, and then I got it together and was like, another opportunity. Let's see what's in store. Let's see what's in store going to the store here. What do you think? And so I make it back, and the gas station closest to my house is closed by this point in time. So I have to go a little bit further, which is funny because I thought about going there anyway. So isn't that funny how that works? Anywho, I end up going to the gas station a little bit further down the way. And I end up being a little bit more whimsical than the first time around and taking my time a lot more. And while that made me feel a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit in this like Motel 6 energy of like Florida woman walking around with gas can looking at, I don't know, leaves and feathers on the ground, like, yeah, that's your girl. Local woman taking pictures of number sequences. Yep, that's your girl. Gas can in one hand, iPhone in the other. Yeah. Sometimes divine delay puts things on divine display. Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny? So, anywho, round two, we're going. We got the gas can, we got our PMA, we got some pep in our step because, like, at this point, this is just funny. So, that's a good trauma response that I've developed is just like the hole keeps getting deeper, the well keeps getting filled with more water. F it. We've been here before. It's cool. Just keep on swimming, dog, and pay no attention to it. Is the loop ski back to the original point ski there is you have to be delusional and not let your reality, especially if it's falling apart or not ideal or full of doubt or worry, stand in the way of your positive mental attitude and your ability to manifest your mindset, which then manifests your reality. Hang in there with me. So get to the gas station. There's a bunch more signs. Then I had to like pop over like next door to get some other things from like the convenience store quick, and that's a whole nother miracle and just like amazing encounter and just full of kindness and just genuine amazing spirit in a world that sometimes you don't get that, right? So we love that. And then I get home, and at this point in time, I'm just like, we're just gonna put the gallon in and call it a day. Like, I'm not about to bop around and do more errands, yada yada. But that next day, I hit so many miracles. And I think that maybe the message was me trying to force and run around and work things and time crunch and make a pressure cooker happen when there was no need to pressure cook a situation because the errands are always going to be there. The chores are always going to be there. The work is always going to be there. But are you always going to be present? Are you always going to be tuned in? Or are you going to be so busy and so caught up in the next problem, the next time the shoe drops, the next situation, the next yada yada, that you forget to slow the F down and appreciate your blessings, appreciate the miracles all around you, appreciate the signs and synchronicities that are just being slapped into your face? Sometimes things happen in my life that are just so unreal. I can't put them into words anymore. And that's because I let go of doubt. Does it still try to creep in every now and then? Absolutely. There are days when I'm more sad than glad. You know, there's more tears than smiles, but like that doesn't stop the deep down knowing that like everything's going to be okay. So, I originally was going to find this passage about not sending away your miracles when you get them, from the Alchemist. Fantastic book. Read it if you shouldn't. If you like books, I don't know if you also do whatever you want to do. If you want to read a good book, it's a great book. That's my suggestion. Um, Mockingbird in the Tree. Nice. So, the original passage that I was going to try to reference was the one where he gets gifted, like an unexpected portion of the gold. Like he gets his share and then another share. And he basically, to summarize it, is like, "Whoa, no, 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 that's too much. I didn't ask for that." Um, you know, and is trying to be like very humble and selfless about it. And he basically gets warned not to turn away his blessings because the universe is always listening. And maybe the next time they won't be so generous. Maybe the next time they're going to be like, "Oh, right. The last time we tried to bless you with something, you said, no thanks, I don't deserve it." So be humble, accept your blessings. But the funny part is, when I went to go look at the passage that I couldn't find, the page that I opened up to, um, yeah, it it's a little on point. So I feel called to share it. So story time, let's go. Um, yeah. So page 78. Um, that's the principle that governs all things, he said. In alchemy, it's called the soul of the world. When you want something with all your heart, that's when you are closest to the soul of the world. It's always a positive force. He also said that this was not just a human gift, that everything in the face of the earth had a soul, whether mineral, vegetable, or animal, or even just a simple thought. Pause. A simple thought. What's that mean? How do you pray? Are you including are you including worry and doubt? Or are you just straight to the program, full foot on the faith? So, resume. Everything on earth is being continuously transformed because the earth is alive and it has a soul. We are part of that soul, so we rarely recognize that it is working for us. But in the crystal shop, you probably realize that even the glasses were collaborating in your success. Hmm. The boy thought about that for a while as he looked at the moon and the bleached sands. "I have watched the caravans as it crossed the desert," he said. "The caravan, oh no, just kidding. I've watched the caravan as it crossed the desert." He said, "The caravan and the desert speak the same language. And it's for that reason that the desert allows the crossing. It's going to test the caravans every step to see if it's in time. And if it is, we will make it to the oasis. If either of us has had, oh my goodness, if either of us had joined this caravan based only on personal courage, but without understanding that language, this journey would have been much more difficult." They stood there looking at the moon. "That's the magic of omens," said the boy. "I've seen how the guides read the signs of the desert and how the soul of the caravan speaks to the soul of the desert." The Englishman said, "I'd better pay more attention to the caravan, and I'd better read your books," said the boy. So that was really funny. I don't know, y'all. I just think that there is something super, super powerful once you remove worry, fear, and doubt, especially when you're praying. Because how are things going to go your way when you still have that little voice in your head saying it's not? If God's got this, then why would you ever worry that He doesn't? Start being delusional, and miracles will start to happen. But you really have to be delusional. It's hard work, but stay in the course.